Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. How you guys doing?
That,
I only have so little time, and I'm going to just explain Thursday night
hmm
because, I was live there on research purposes.
on research
Um,
on.
the event, I will tell you one thing for sure, it was very scissor heavy. I
Oh
Oh,
highly
wait,
doubt, I highly doubt Kendrick, as much as everything is going on
right,
and the price is at first,
right.
and knowing that since us canceled concert the last concert she was supposed to be here
Right.
was canceled, it seemed like a recoup in Toronto
Oh.
wait.
because I feel like her set was a little bit longer than Kendrick.
Uh,
There was a lot more girls and people bawling their eyes out. You know the songs, singing their eyes out. You know the song about I'm blind.
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So were those ladies' vocal cords.
I'm crying.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I feel like she got more of a pop
She got
because
she got more of a
they'd
pop.
be screaming and it's like I guess because of the concert.
Right.
Mm.
Um, there was there. Okay, I'll say this: the demographic wasn't like our pigmentation.
It.
So there were a
I'll
lot
say
more
that
non-black people attending the event.
basically,
okay.
based where I was. Um, when Euphoria came on, I don't think people were singing it word for word. I think they were though. Actually, I was too busy recording everything.
Right. 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 As
But
we.
when Not Like Us came on, it sounded like the whole crowd was singing.
Right.
Why? Okay.
Whole arena. Not me, because I'm recording, but it sounded like everybody else. And the funny thing is, there's a lot of people that said that they weren't gonna go
Mm-hmm.
were there.
Mm-hmm. They were also
Mm.
They were
probably
in and
there
out.
for research purposes as
They're
well.
they were there
Yes,
for research
yes.
purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Content is king, and sometimes it was very cringe. I'll say that,
Mm.
but I was happy to go. I would say I wanted to go.
Cool. Okay.
It was a good concert.
Mm-hmm.
At
It was
a
way more season heavy for me
at a
because
ten.
I didn't know. Huh?
Wait. Sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say at a 10. What do you rate it?
I didn't even give it a rating.
Wh-
The reason why, this is why. This is why. Because I wasn't going there to rate it. I was going there to see if he was going to perform Not Like Us in Toronto and what
Mm.
would happen.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
But quality wise, it wasn't better than a pop out show, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh.
it was
Oh.
like next to that, I would say.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's okay. Okay, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
The when I hear people like, I don't think people realize the whole concept of battle rap.
Right.
So when you hear certain things in battle rap, a lot of people be fabricating a lot of foolishness
Mm-hmm.
Right.
in
Right.
battle rap. If
Mm-hmm.
you're a battle rap listener and you know battle rap,
Mm-hmm.
you would know that. Let's be all honesty, Kendrick does not hate Toronto.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's just be
Like
let's
clear.
I
be
mean,
a
we
hundred.
understood that. I
Yeah.
don't think that was misconstrued, but
No, a lot of people don't though, because and that's
really,
fine.
they
That
think
is
that Kendrick
fine.
has a shot against
Toronto.
Toronto.
That doesn't even make no
I
sense.
It
I
was
just kind
never,
of thought it was just a
and
shot
that's
at
why
Drake. Like
when you have like
that's wild.
battle with like Joey Badass and PD and how amazing that looks, it's like because they understand the culture. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like there's a bigger reason for people to say like, "Oh, this is Toronto." You know when you see a man get beat up,
hmm
and then it's like, "Because they beat me up, they beat all of us up, so we
Mm.
have to stand together and jump."
That's
Oh,
a
that's
little.
politics.
Yeah. That's the. I've been seeing that
Politics.
online.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of politics. Don't get me wrong. Don't there was a politics in the thing itself. There is.
Right.
There's politics and everything. But
Yeah. But I tend to like shy away from that like completely. I just look at it
I
from a
shy away from it.
purely like battle rap point of
Don't. And
view.
one thing for sure though, And Drake has an album coming out called Iceman,
Okay.
and I think we're gonna see a very dark side, a cold side. I think he's gonna have to sample Foreigner, Cold as Ice,
MOP.
because I don't. That's yeah. People that I feel like when it comes to this type of situation, it's not even the tracks. It's the extras. It's the extras. It's like, okay, you can perform your song, whatever, whatever. But when you're going to New Whole King, playing the song, dancing, it's like, Lord,
Right. Right.
there's a lot more to this, I guess. But
More
at the end
theatrics.
of the day, at the end of the day, it was a good concert. It doesn't make you more or less sober. Toronto, if you went,
Yeah.
I feel like we're reaching a little bit.
People gotta nice that, yo. Like,
So, but I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? You know what I mean? It's a very. I guess we don't read lyrics
True.
right.
and don't understand the concept of it. So,
Mm.
or understand battle rap, which is the purest form of hip hop and rap, if you really think about it.
Right. Right.
But hey, what do I know? Anyway, you guys take care. You guys be safe.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
For those listening and watching, this is Pastor James on the line, one of our co-hosts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all be safe out here.
yes.
And yeah. I'll send you guys more footage.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Reporting live, I guess. All right, take it easy, y'all.
Take it easy.
All right.
Good night. Drive safe.
Mm.
So let me just pause it a second. Now, that was an interesting take. More SZA heavy than Kendrick. That's actually interesting.
I'm not shocked. Only because of all the things that are happening, and I think also maybe because a lot of the music and what he's producing maybe is being flagged at the moment because of the case.
Okay.
So that might be part of the reason why he's not able to perform. And who knows? Maybe he just kind of felt like maybe the music that he was performing are the songs that are actually hitting in Canadian airwaves.
Okay.
So he's only just doing what's popular or what really is playing over here heavily.
Right.
Right? So.
Now that James mentioned the pop out show, I think I lean on that one more. Yeah, because it was more like more Kendrick songs, more posse cuts, introducing new artists. I think I like that type of style more. Seeing the footage I've seen so far from like the concert, that's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Now, in a world where we just got back from
Taste of Little Italy.
and there's so many not Italians there.
Yeah.
No paisanos. No.
Yeah. There's a lot of non-Italian everything there.
That's wow.
Which is very interesting to know because it's the Taste of Little Italy. I was thinking that I would have more Taste of Italy.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not that the Italian shops or boutiques or, vendors weren't there. They definitely were present. So, like, the restaurants for sure were definitely there and they were open. A lot of people were having more patio access to their restaurants and whatnot. But the vendors...
Yeah, they were making a killing.
Yeah, the vendors were very much non-Italian.
Non-Italian, yeah.
And I think the range of like everybody, and I get it, we are a very multicultural city, so therefore there's a lot of things that we have and will do as well as offer, because we understand that we have a diverse group and community of people.
Right.
So like other shops or other places are not going to be the only ones there,
I seen Japanese taco.
Yeah.
That's I want, you know what?
Wow.
And Taco Fest is this month too, right?
I believe so.
I want to know why specifically Japanese tacos. That's interesting.
It's a very big twist.
You had Mr. Jerk.
Yes, Mr. Jerk.
Like,
Yes. There was also churros.
Churros, yo.
I think there was like at least 3 stands of churros.
Lines always packed.
Yeah.
And them churros are long. Very long. I said the churros on my street are they're tiny. They're like Vienna sausage size. Yellow light.
But these ones were different because I like the little ones because they actually have the filling on the inside. And they sprinkle it and then you get the sauce on top. These ones, I don't think they did any of that. I think it was just a hollow churro. They put the sprinkle on the top and then it's like the sauce on top of it. So,
a hollow churro is crazy.
Yeah, like I'm used to having a creamy center. But, you know, yeah. But
it's interesting. I don't know. Festival wise, the college area, like I don't know. It's an people. Okay, for those like listening and watching, like, do you consider college really Italy or like St.clair? To me, it's like
I do. I do consider college
little Italy.
Yeah, I do. I think St.clair is probably a little bit more South American, more
Seems it was just South
Portuguese,
South
Spain, South America. Like that's what I think St.clair is more. That's why salsa and St.clair makes more sense.
Damn, yo.
But when you go to salsa and St.clair, you're getting a lot of culture. Like you're getting the salsa, you're getting the bachata, you're getting the samba, you're getting the food, whether it's the tacos or the
quesadillas and stuff like that.
Quesadillas, or I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the beef. There's a way that they cook the beef with the rice. I can't remember what the dish is called, but it's so good. The way that they have fish, like, you know, like you get authentic food as well. So it's like, it's super interesting to know, like salsa and St.clair, I don't think I would see other vendors aside from anyone who is South American or of Spanish related anything.
Interesting.
I don't think even the music.
Yeah, you don't really
is the music. Like, you know, you're hearing who are the people who do the band? Yes.
Merengue?
No, the mariachi. You have like the mariachi bands sometimes playing somewhere. You have the drums, those tall Cubano drums. I don't remember what they're called, but you know, the Cuban drums. Right. You have them playing. Like, there's no way that there's a point or a part where you are not getting some aspect of the culture. So I found that very interesting.
Right, yeah.
Like how different their approach was.
Like for those if you notice walking through, like, you don't really hear like no Italian music like that.
Yeah. Like I don't think I heard much.
If any, all I heard was like house music, the uns,
right, and then dance hall,
soca.
Yeah, I heard more.
I heard sexy rap.
Yeah, hip hop. It's so true. I heard all of that.
Karaoke, Backstreet Boys. Okay, shut.
Yeah. He did good though. He really did good.
Yeah, but then even then it's like, not really.
Yeah. What was the Italian music?
Yeah, it's not really themed. Yeah.
Where's the opera?
There's no opera.
I want to hear some opera. I want to hear bello cello, bello cello, bello cello. Like, come on. What is happening?
Hold on. Where is, like, you know how come there's no vendor that had delis? Unless I missed it.
That too. Cold cuts.
Cold cuts, yeah.
That is so true.
Where are the cold cuts?
That is so
pastrami,
true. Right?
Where was white bread.
A nice little charcuterie board for me. Thank you.
A lot of y'all grew up with the
thank you.
You get a white piece of bread growing up.
Right?
I seen your lunches.
Yeah, even the breads. Like, where were the breads?
Where were the breads?
Where were the cheeses? Where were the olives?
Where were the baking? Because I know they bake
Yeah, like, where were the desserts? Like a cannoli. What else?
Oh, that's great.
As you say that, like, where were they?
Now I'm like,
where was the pasta?
Where was the pasta? Okay.
Where was the stuffed portobello mushrooms?
Now hold on.
I'm just saying.
To be
where
fair,
were the red peppers? Stuffed red peppers.
So we noticed they had the fine dining and stuff like that. But that's like, it's not really street festival.
Yeah, like
friendly.
Pizza is probably one of the like street festival ones that are like.
And even then, like, Yeah, people weren't going for pizza like that because I guess pizza's so like
common.
It's so common. It's just like it's not really. You're just like whatever. And if anything, when we were passing by like a Pizzaville, like there was people in there, so it's just like, nah. But nah, like, that's crazy. No bakes, no. Sorry, Caribbean
Bakery.
no bakery, no bakery, no cold cuts,
No desserts.
cheese,
Yeah.
no opera. Damn. Man.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing an Italian flag? Maybe on a logo, but like
on a logo, but
like,
I don't think I've seen
like
one
out?
just in the air. No.
That is interesting.
Yeah. And so now the question then turns into, is this commercialization or is this appropriation or is this just the comfort of everyone else being accepted, or is it just a misconception and we're just saying like, no, the taste of Italy was more so you going and finding the actual venues that were Italian or Italian based, Italian influence, Italian whatever.
Damn, where's Waldo?
And you had to go and find those spaces and actually go in and enjoy it, right? Everything else was more so the festival aspect of it. So if you're just trying to walk by and see what the options are, those are the things that could be your touch and go options, but not necessarily the things that you're actually going to like, that actually have or cultivate the culture itself. You know?
Right, yeah.
So it was definitely interesting to even see the difference that there weren't many Italian vendors, period. Like
Yeah,
you had to be they were mainly restaurants.
Yeah.
Period. Like
that's okay, yeah.
Across
to
the
be
board.
fair, that's a disconnect.
Across
Like,
the board.
like if you're in the street vendor festival like mood, I guess, like you're not noticing like the restaurants on the side. Right? And because like what is it, people don't populate something unless like people are there already. So like if it's empty already, no one's gonna be like, I'm not gonna go in no empty thing. But like we were passing by other places where there was a soca dance off at first, and people were crowding there.
Yeah.
And then you got that other spot where you just see people
like the hip hop.
Yeah, the hip hop, and that
there
was
a
just
place where it was just like you can definitely see cameras were out.
Cameras are out.
There must have been a few famous people at that booth because the way the crowd was, it seemed like it was you had to have a ticket to get in, kind of thing. Like that was the vibe. Like
that's interesting. Like what?
It was very much a popular kids place. If you don't know who's there, amen.
I'm going to research something. I want to know when salsa in St.clair
is going on.
Yeah, like when.
While you do that, I'm going to enjoy this rib that I got from Vesto Lunch. So I already had one. It was really good. I believe this is a pork rib. Also got a chicken.
Like, let me south on St.clair. Let me see what's going on here because now that you mentioned it, like when you go to like that type of or that particular one, I guess they guard their culture better, almost. And I don't want to put it like that either, like guard their culture better, but
more like representing.
Right. It's
you
like
represent it.
Hold on. So let's see. Salsa on St.clair. No, hold on. This is when. This is happening. Can I get a date? Let me see. Oh, hold on. Blue Mountain, whatever that means, is June 20th to 22nd. And then the St.clair one, obviously, is July 5th to 6th. Wow, that's the same week. That is a super week. Yo, that week we have, that's a super
I believe
week.
that's the same week as Afrofest.
Yeah.
And even when I go to Afrofest, I don't see anything aside from African everything. Nothing else is there.
Interesting. Hold on. Afrofest 2025. Let me just see.
This is really good.
That'll be the Friday the 4th. So I guess that whole
weekend.
That is a yo, people in the city, are you ready? Yo, that's like the next 2 weeks. That whole week from like the 20.
You better be ready because July 1st on Tuesday. Back to work on Wednesday. Thursday.
That
Friday.
is so insane.
Then you got what? Friday for Afrofest. Saturday maybe salsa in St.clair. Sunday optional.
Yeah.
Get ready for work again.
That is so like nuts. Like that whole, basically the last week of June to the first week of July. Yeah, that's.
And then Summerlicious starts.
Oh wait, what's Summerlicious?
You don't know Summerlicious. Sorry.
What's Summerlicious?
So Summerlicious is a food festival.
Okay.
And basically they reduce the price for different venues or different restaurants.
Right.
And you can actually get to like have a separate menu that goes in correlation to Summerlicious, and it's at a reduced price.
Okay.
So say for example, if they typically do like a 4-course meal, instead of paying a 4-course meal at like a certain price point, it's actually reduced, and they will condense the choices that you have to be like more affordable.
Right. Okay.
But the portions stay the same. Yes, they do.
Wow. Summerlicious.
And it runs, I believe, from either the 4th to the 20th or the 9th to the 20th.
What the hell? Wait.
Yeah.
And they're in one particular spot in the city?
No, there are different locations in the city.
There's different locations.
Yes. I believe it stretches from Etobicoke to Scarborough.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now I'm gonna look that up too, because that's a very interesting. Like,
I'm gonna have some of this chicken now.
Wait, hold on. Summerlicious. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, like Toronto's a city where like
something is always going on.
Yes, so because summer times it could be.
The more plugged in you are, the better you are.
Well, no, that's true too. Yeah, like because summers are so like short here. Like, once it hits June, like around now, people just be like, "All right, I'm hitting everything. I'm gonna take my caffeine. I'm gonna take what I need to take because I'm hitting everything, right?" Hold on, let me see. Summerlicious, right?
Like bootylicious.
Like bootylicious, yes. More than 220 restaurants. Oh, and this is on the Toronto.ca website. July 4th to the 20th.
Here you go, July 4th to the 20th.
Wow, okay. More than 220 restaurants.
So all the American people, because I believe July 4th is their day.
Yes, yeah, Independence Day.
Yes. So if they decide to come up to Canada,
they can literally just come in
and then eat well.
And because our dollars are garbage
right
now, they can really like.
They can eat well.
Yeah. There's even a price breakdown. Lunch from starting $20 to $55. Dinner from $25 to $75. Wow. Okay.
So all the places that you would find like would be your top choices for like really good places to go to.
Right.
And then say they're a little pricier.
Right.
Then you can actually go to these places and like pay like $75 for a whole menu. Like you can't go wrong with that. Like especially if it's usually like $300.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
So it's like, wow.
Even on this Toronto.ca website right now, it even says Winterlicious.
Yes, I went to Winterlicious. So good. I actually went to Winterlicious at the CNE.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And I had a 3-course meal, baby. It was so good. So good. I recommend.
Now, I wonder, hold on. Let me see the restaurants and menus. Let me just see if they name a couple. Oh, no. They just show
different locations.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, you'd have to actually do a little bit of research for these places. I feel like there are places where you can actually find the booklet of all the different all the different restaurants.
Right.
So if you're already tuned into like certain restaurants that you want to go to and attend, then definitely it's a lot easier for you to just look it up and see whether or not it's on the list.
Right.
But there are certain places. It's a little bit more exclusive. It's not going to be your chain restaurants, for example, that are going to be on the list.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to be more exclusive, more independent. Sometimes they are like high class restaurants, or
like when you see the waiter dressed up nice and they're moving that velvet.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Like a little bit more like that. Stuff that have a 3-course meal, you know, like, or full meal platters or full everything. Like those would be the ones that would definitely be more so on the list. But Summerlicious, yeah, I haven't done Summerlicious. Now imagine your drinks are no longer just $20; they may come down to $5. So
so people are turbo lit,
right? So it's like this
Uber
is what
lit.
they're gonna be doing. But yes, Summerlicious is the thing to do. Yes. You're gonna definitely see me at Summerlicious for a few places. Oh my gosh, off the menu, yes.
That's wow, that's exciting, I guess.
All the things to look forward to in Toronto.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And this chicken is bussing.
Yo, just fire. Whoa.
Did a good job with that. The gravy, amazing.
Yeah,
Sauce,
I seen them like scooping the what's it called, and making sure like
Yeah, the guy who was there, he did such a good job. He was taking care of us. Trust me. Like, listen. I don't even know where the location is, but all I know is I will go back because this was good.
That's like I said, hopefully I got the banner and like there's like some type of website or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they're weirdly American. Like imagine you're like, okay, you can go to this thing. Basically, Toronto's your oyster. So from June to August, if you're a vendor from the States, you're like, okay, come up here and then sell your barbecue. Like that's part of like Ribfest. Like a lot of those vendors are like they're from the States.
True.
Right? So
I've yet to go to food festivals, you know. I've actually not experienced it at all here.
Really?
I've done food festivals in the Caribbean, but I've never done it here. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I know. I gotta try a little bit more. And I like to eat, so that's what makes it funnier. I actually like to eat. Like
it goes hand in hand.
Yeah. Me, food, love. Okay.
That's that's hilarious. But be on if you're here in the city or going to visit the city, be on the lookout for a lot of festivals.
Yes. And of course, Little Italy only ran this weekend, so it was from the 13th to the 15th. So today is the last day. But yeah, it was pretty packed. I mean, it wasn't stretched for very long. It was about 1 kilometer long, so at least you can get your steps in.
Right.
And they did have a variety of vendors, which was really nice. So not only did they have food vendors, but they also had like games. You can win stuff. You could do clothing. You can buy trinkets.
There's a jewelry.
Yes, jewelry. You know, miscellaneous things. And I think the way that they broke it down was also really well done.
Right.
There was definitely points where there were breathing areas. So you were not clustered by people and nothing was actually around you. So you could actually be there and just be aimlessly like standing there.
Genius, yeah.
Right? So like they did a very good job with breaking it down and making sure that there wasn't too many areas where there's congestion and too much traffic going on. And then how even as you get in, the front stage was closer to Ossington. And then there was the games and everything that was closer to Bathurst.
Right.
Main stage was in the parking lot where the Metro and the Shoppers and Tim Hortons is. And as you continue to go, you're confronted with food right from there.
Yeah, like a lot. Like
yeah, like food is definitely heavily there, but then it was very well distributed as well as variety.
Yeah.
Variety was well done.
It seemed more like the quote unquote dinner section happened after a certain street. Like,
yes. Yeah.
And then desserts started like not desserts, but like no desserts, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'd have like the shop like here's a doll, here's a gold chain, silver. And then
well diversified. It wasn't giving two barbershops on the same block. But anyways.
It wasn't giving, yo, you ain't shit for that. What? Where the, what?
I am just saying.
What?
To the organizers, I hope you heard me.
What happened?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yo, what just happened? Yo, no, you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. Don't worry. You didn't hear it.
I hope you heard me.
That's that's
because what I can't, anyways, I digress though.
Now, how was your week?
My week was good. I'm really thinking about what did I do.
Yo,
I
when
worked.
you have those ones. Someone's just like, yeah, I worked. And it's just like dot.
Yeah, like that was really it. I worked. I think that's the most I did.
That's really it for me too. Like it's just
this week. Yeah, I've just been trying to like get my money together so I can enjoy the rest of this week or the rest of this month, so I can actually take some time off and enjoy it.
yeah, like I'm trying to. Right now, I'm just focusing on the last. First it was like the last 3 days
right
of this month.
Yeah.
Then it turned into a week, and I was telling first week of July now. It's like, yo, I don't know what's.
There's a lot.
It's good.
going
I'm keeping
on.
busy, but like it's holy. It's
And I feel like as we get older, it's gonna be like even busier.
really, you think so?
Yeah, it's gonna get busier for sure. Because you have to think of it like when I think this is the part where there's a part where the scale changes, right? When you're a kid or when you're younger, you're literally discovering life, and everything is new.
Oh yeah.
So everything just seems a little slower because you're still learning.
Yeah.
But then once you've figured it out and you get it, you already understand the process, and therefore once you start doing the process, you're already in the matrix at that point.
Yeah.
So the time just passes.
Oh yeah.
And then you're just like, now you're gauging yourself. Am I doing this too slow or too fast? Like, God damn.
That is so interesting.
When you're doing it slow, and when you're doing it fast.
Like I'd be thinking about like events. I'd be like, wait a minute, that was like 10 years ago.
Right?
Nah, that was like 15 years ago.
Right?
Whoa, hold
Like
on.
that's what I'm saying. Like that was like the Drake music. Ah!
Yeah.
Literally.
When so it was so like Drake had his mixtapes in the beginning, and then So Far Gone. That's the one that like pop.
Yeah.
And then Thank Me Later, right? Is from that album. Yeah. And I don't know the title of the track, but it's like I'm doing me.
I'm
Yeah,
living life right.
So when the
now,
DJ
man.
played that, everyone was just kind of just like
till it's over.
till this.
Like when so there were these young kids, young ones,
like
who were definitely
at least 2000
enjoying the music, right? But I feel like the music that they heard that was playing before, the DJ was playing Nokia, was playing what was the other one that was recently released?
0 to 100. He played that too.
Yeah, so whatever has been probably released in the last 5 years, they were on it. They got it. They were screaming to the top of their lungs.
Sexy Red, yeah.
Wow. As soon as they went to any album that had So Far Gone.
That was like 2010. I was like 20 at the time.
Crickets.
Like I said, 15. It's funny I just said that 15 years ago. No, that's 15 years ago.
Like, so I can only imagine. Like, they were like probably 5-7 years old when this was coming out.
Like,
they don't know anything. So it was just like to hear that it went from screaming at the top of their lungs, Drake, and then
they're like
nothing. And literally, it's just Katie and myself who are literally reciting the lyrics.
Yeah, because
And I'm like, wow, you can tell the age range of who's in the room right now.
Yeah, like
based on who knows what Drake song. That being an indicator or a marker is wild.
That's how long he's been. He's been making music since
wild.
He's been making music since 2008.
Wild.
Yeah, so like a hot 17 years.
Wild.
So there's kids now that like you said, if they didn't, they're not gonna know So Far Gone. I don't even think if he played Take Care Cuts.
That's what I'm saying.
They wouldn't know.
Like they were like completely lost, like confused.
If you're reading this too late, even
Confused.
they wouldn't know.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
That's wild. Yo, that's wild.
Wild. That's what I'm saying. It's wild. Like
they would
this
not
is
know.
one artist we have all grown up with.
Yeah.
Making music. And it's great. That means he's transformative across the generations.
Yes,
we love that. Amazing.
Not many artists can do that.
No, not many artists can do that. But to know that in our lifetime, this man is singing songs and these guys don't even know this man's discography like this upsets me. It upsets me.
Yo.
It does. That's like me seeing Usher and not knowing Usher's songs.
Ooh.
When you think of it, there are songs before me when I was like young that Usher was singing and I know those songs. Are you telling me you guys don't know the artist's songs prior to what you know the last 5 years?
But some people like when it comes to like discovering artists? Not so much discovering an artist, but like okay, let's go discovery. Like they stay.
He's an icon. Like
no, but some people don't go back.
I hear you.
I'm a person that goes back. Like,
yeah, I go back too.
Right.
But like
I remember in real time Jay-Z's and DMX's album when I was 8 years old. That was 1998. I remember that in real time.
Yes.
Right? So by the time 2 years after that, like, and when the internet, I started going back and listening to like previous stuff to be like, okay, what was going on 8 years?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Let me add that in and then let me catch up with real time.
Right.
So that was like what, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. But nah, some people just stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
And they go forward.
Yeah.
But they don't really go
backwards. But then it just also makes me think like, but aren't you guys listening to music at like clubs and stuff like that? Like, do they not play music that's a little bit older than 5 years?
See, now this is a discussion.
That becomes that. Yeah.
So this discussion now.
Yep.
So I don't know if you've seen this Caribbean Stutter. I don't know if you've seen the same TikTok, but it was it wasn't the woman that said like I don't want to hear all this old stuff. Like, where's all the newer cuts, like the newer songs?
But then that also
most of the new songs are not good like that. That's what I'm saying. Most of the new cuts, if you're asking for stuff from like 2020 to now, so that's 2020 to 2025. There's not that much good. There's not much.
Yeah,
good
the
stuff.
music's not
It's
as hitting as it used to be.
I would even argue 2015 to 2020. There's been a long time. Like, and it doesn't matter if it's like rap or whatever. Even pop music. Even reggae had a little surge and soca. Those two genres seem to be solid. Dancehall was kind of back now. Like at another peak, but it's like, yeah, like rap wise, like rap's been bad for a while.
Yeah, because they were going through mumble rap for a hot moment.
That you see, yeah.
That was one part of their lives.
Because they be drinking out that styrofoam cup and
see now
slurring their words.
Right. So that's the thing. So like, okay. So the argument being that some people are saying DJs are not updating their playlists and the people are tired. They want only the last 5 years. 5 years.
People are tired.
But
tired.
If that's the case, they want the last 5 years. How many songs can you list off the top of your brain? The last 5 years.
Last 5 years?
Tracks.
You see, but they're not, okay. I sort of can, but the thing is like.
Artist and title.
No, artist and title I can do, but the thing is like, if it's DJ orientated, where like you're going to a spot and then they're playing the DJ, maybe, like hold on, like maybe Sexy Red, That's My Baby Daddy, I guess, and then Ski Eat, Drake's Nokia. You see, I'm struggling a little bit. No, but like, the context is when you're at a spot and the DJ's playing.
Right.
Name newer songs from
without looking it up.
No, off the top of your dome,
Off
2020,
the top of your brain.
2020 to 2025. I'm kind of like.
I just discovered the baby's fat, PH. And
what?
And I watched the like music video too. He dresses up as the Nutty Professor for that one. I like the song. I do.
I don't even know. You see,
I do. It's actually pretty catchy. I like it. But like, you know what I mean?
It's a head scratch. Like,
right? So like, okay, so then say they do put on this music, right? In the last 5 years. Okay,
right.
Cool. Here's a few tracks that are amazing, right? But then, as we were just saying about being in a space and there are people who have undiscovered 10 years worth of someone's discography. Yes, discography. And at what point do you play those tracks to let people know what the songs of that person has created? You know, like, where does that balance then become? Like, and then for DJs, this must be a hard conversation that they're having. Because then what do you actually play? Do you listen to the people who are like, only the last five years, and then everyone in the space is not even moving because literally people don't know the songs, or you're literally just playing for young people.
Yeah, young.
And when I say young, I mean under 25.
Play the last
5
years. The current all music genres. I would
all
even
music
like
genres.
I got
last 5 years.
Hold on. See, it's like I have to look at my phone.
Right. Like, who is an actual like artist these days? I know Glorilla. Like, I know Cardi B. I know Sexy Red.
Cardi B,
know.
Yo, the thing with Cardi. No, what is it? She hasn't had an album.
Megan Thee Stallion.
No, she hasn't had an album out since 2009. When did Bodak Yellow come out?
That was way even further back. I want to say that came out in 2016, 17.
You know what's crazy? If the DJ played that, I don't think they would know that either. Weirdly.
Yeah.
Even though it's a very big song.
Like little, you can't with me if you wanted to. These expensive. These is red bottoms. These is shoes.
Nah, this
Bodak
is crazy.
Yellow. That's true. Bodak Yellow, I think came out like 2016.
Yo, it's crazy. I only have one song from 2025. Like
on your playlist.
So hold on.
I'm telling you, our age group.
Like
if somebody actually said play the last 5 years, bro, I think we would all kind of just be like, I'm aware of this track. I can't lip sync to it.
Although I don't know why doesn't
that's really it. Like, but yeah, that's a real dilemma. Like, who do you listen to? And then on top of it, do parties when you go to the club, are you just supposed to expect that they're going to only play the last 5 years of tracks? And then anytime anything is older than 5 years, it's considered a throwback? And does that only then get applied to only throwback parties?
That is so...
That's a real question.
That whole sentence you just said, that was like, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right at all. Like throwback. Like, what are we?
And then now when we're out here, to us who are listening to like 80s music, 70s music, 60s Motown, like, what are we talking about?
Oh, okay. So 5 years back, The Weeknd, not After Hours. What's it called? After Hours is one of the songs, but that was 5 years ago.
What?
The Flashing.
Oh, okay.
That was 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Or so much older.
Or WizKid, his the one featuring Thames. And then Bieber jumped on the remix after.
Oh gosh.
No. I'm just, that's a Thames song. It's hold on.
Wait, WizKid.
Hold on.
Oh gosh, I know WizKid, but his tracks are not coming to me. When I hear them, I know them, but I don't know them right off.
I did sing it right. Yeah.
Yes.
This was 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So imagine by next year we can't play this song no more. Need you in the morning. I need you now. Yeah. See, now ask me to do this.
So it's like,
ask me to do this without the words and the music playing in the back room. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Wow.
I'm lost.
I'm like, yo.
Help me. Dora. The Explorer.
Actually, no, Afrobeats. Hold on.
I mean, Afrobeats has definitely been in the scene for the past 5 years.
So Rema, this was 5 years ago as well.
It's not playing.
This song is fire. I hear my in.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Dang. Katie's over here grooving and I hear nothing. Nah, I hear you, but I don't hear
That
it.
was like I don't know. That was 5 years ago too. Iron Man by Remo. So it's like I gotta look at my list and like read the song titles.
But that's what I mean. Like before we actually knew the artist, like if you asked me to sing what's her name? Not Ashley Tisdale. But
Dude, woo! Yeah, you see, and
my head real the way that feels better than I ever know myself. The pieces of me. Like,
yeah, you have to like.
that was old.
Really, that's
How old is that song? Probably like 2010, 2011.
that is 20. Wow,
I believe so. Pieces of me.
really,
I think that's Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay. Wait, Pieces of Me.
Yes. On a Monday, on a Tuesday.
No, that was Ashley Simpson.
Okay, so it's Ashley Simpson.
Yeah. No, that was you're good.
So fast.
That's stupid far back.
I hope it lasts.
That was like, yo, wow.
Like we're cutting a whole piece of chunk of childhood here.
Because people just want to hear.
Because they just want to hear the last 5 years.
The new stuff.
Right? My head on something real. I like the way that feels. Like they don't make that music anymore.
Yo, I'm going through like, and I'm really like looking. Like when Lil Nas X debuted, he was like, that was 2019.
See, and when's the last time he actually made a song? I
don't know
he only made 3 songs and that was it. The country one, and everyone started losing their mind.
Old Town Road, no, that was
right. That song, like losing their mind. Then the one where he was like mocking something, and then the other one where he was like doing whole demon and loving the demon and devil and whatever.
That was a little
like,
a little wild.
And then since then, what have we heard from him?
Yeah,
he's on every runway, but no music. Okay.
All right. Tyler the Creator, Igor. That's 2019.
See now, Tyler. I love me some Tyler, but I honestly don't know any of his tracks. And part of that is also because I have not been actually keeping up with Tyler. So I apologize. He has been releasing music and I'm aware of it.
You got Fireboy DML 2019.
Who?
Fireboy DML. He's fire too. He's fire too. But it's Afrobeats, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, is this hip hop? Who? Like what? Even what's his name? Young Boy?
NBA Youngboy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand the phenomenon with him.
NLE Choppa?
He didn't do new cuts yet. And even then, I don't know what his songs are really. Like I don't really.
Right?
Like I don't.
I think at this point, all I'm hearing is bow, bow, bow everywhere.
Pop Smoke was 2019.
See, but that's out of the threshold. That's 6 years.
Oh, at least according to that TikTok video.
Then we are literally throwing "Welcome to the Party." Like we are not playing that song no more. It has been 5 years. It is a throwback. Like imagine someone actually saying that out loud.
We don't want to hear
We
pop
don't
right
want to
now.
hear pop right now. That is more than 5 years. That is a throwback.
Wow, that's
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give
Young boy. Give me the. Go to my hip. Baby. Oh, listen.
Now, when that came out, that was actually the yo.
Everybody was two-stepping to that one.
Yo.
Hand on belt buckle.
Oh, and doing the
other hand in the air.
Yeah, like
to the side step. Like you are doing a hold down.
Like a
country music. Listen.
That was really a hold down. Like,
it was a hold.
Yo.
When you think about it, it was really a hold down move. Like guys are really out here.
And just like and doing their foot like this, like
really doing it, right?
Like what?
And it was like a combination of the crip walk, but you were S-ing it.
No, yeah, he was kind of
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
Yep.
He should be a big one today, like a big star. Like, damn, that is just.
As I said, Tory's in jail.
Yo, that's
fighting for his life. Like,
literally,
we need music, man.
I don't
Megan's
know.
out here just getting onto the charts, and even though she's on the charts, you know who's beating her? Doechii. So.
Oh. Right. So it's like.
What music? Who?
I want everybody listening and watching to do something for me. Google, just Google music in the last 5 years.
Facts.
2025 currently to 2020. Like I had to like look through my list to like pull names out for y'all.
Yes.
So
and I want you to also. This is gonna be for different age groups.
Your
this
homework
is what
assignment.
I'm gonna say. For if you are between the ages of 18 to 27.
That's a good.
Right? I want you to get songs that are older than 2015. So it has to be made before 2015 and you got to write a list.
And you got to release. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you are older than 27, you're like 28 and on, you now have to get the last 5 years in the comments.
Ooh, that's actually, yeah.
Please and thank you. And you got to say, we'll know who you are based on that.
Right. Yeah.
2015 and I want to even make it harder. I just want to say like it has to be before 2012 really.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to skip 2014 cuz that year was a good year. It was a good year.
2014.
Especially in music, it was a very good year. So,
wait,
2012 and earlier.
2014 was, what did we look at?
Trust me, 2014 bangers.
Yeah.
Bangers.
You had what?
Bangers.
You had Ty Dolla $ign, Beach House.
Bangers.
You had,
the artist.
Yeah, D'Angelo, The Black Messiah. That album's fire.
Calvin Harris.
Yeah, Calvin Harris.
Yo.
You had
what's it called? Was it
Dead
Mouse?
Pharrell Williams, Girl.
Pharrell. Like, come on. When I mean.
You had Sam Smith. You had
The list is long. What's her name? Hello?
Yeah, Trey Songz,
Trigger.
Adele, yeah.
Listen, that's why I said 2014. I just want to skip 2014 because it was a good year. 2012, really. You start from there. But I'm 2015. I'm giving y'all so much.
What's
so
crazy?
Much leeway.
Hold on. What's crazy for me, like my list, what I've currently, I have the most music from 2015.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the year after.
That is what I'm saying. Like the years there.
That's when Future dropped March
Madness. They
Madness.
were great. 2011 to 2015
March Madness, yo.
on all genres was fire. Fire.
That was Chicks Tapes 3, Tory Lanez. That was like
Listen,
Dornick.
Yes. 2010 to 2015 set of music.
Ty Dolla $ign again.
Fire. Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Like
Travis Scott Rodeo came out that year.
Listen, like when I mean
Actually, the whole album.
Fire.
Trap Soul was that year.
Take
Brian Tiller.
away Drake being in there and too. Like you guys are not ready.
Speaking of Kendrick, To Pimp a Butterfly came out that year, 2015.
Wale.
Wale, yeah.
Yo, like, what are we talking about? That was like watching
Mark Ronson.
As I say Wale because he popped in my mind. It was like when Ken Sinat literally shook Wale's hand, gave him a daps and everything, and he gets into the car, and then a man could not pronounce his name. He was like, Wally?
No.
And it's like the driver was telling him about Wale, and he's like, nah, like he's actually a sick rapper.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, true. And when I mean just the true, I wanted to take my.
But Kai Sinat, he's like 22 though.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Like if you're younger, I want you to like really take some time to go back and see the music, because like a lot of the songs too that you guys are listening to, we've literally been playing those tunes, right?
Yeah.
And even for our generation, it's the same how like our older heads would look at us and be like, you think that's music now? Listen to what we were listening to. And when I mean, I appreciate anything from the 60s to the 90s, hands down.
I mean, that's the most.
What?
Like I said, the facts don't lie, because what is it? Spotify had, I can't remember if it was like last year or 2 years before, but those are the most listened genres of all ages.
Facts.
The most. So it's like, I don't know.
Can't deny it. Music's good.
Yeah, like.
What are you gonna say?
And once again, normally I should say, 90s over everything. You know what? I'm saying 80s now.
80s?
The past 2 years, I've been saying 80s over 90s.
The 80s were everything. 80s hip hop, 80s soft rock.
Wait, whoa. 90s hip hop is that's a special time. But like 80s, everything else, like whoever's doing disco left still, 80s rock, 80s funk.
What?
No, 90s hip hop that's a very untouchable decade.
Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. But
90s,
everything else, yes. Funk,
everything else,
disco,
though, like,
pop.
the pop records.
Soft
the
rock.
pop records in the 80s.
Yeah. Indie. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, I just want to do a quick look and see. Hold on. 1980. That was like Luther Vandross. The Isley Brothers were already cooking for a while, but like,
yes,
you had like Mr. You had
facts.
Duran. You had like Depeche Mode. Yet I'll throw in Whitney Houston. That's crazy. There's 80s Houston and there's 90s Houston. Pay attention. Shaka Khan.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes. Shaka Khan. I love me some Shaka Khan.
The Ohio Players.
I love me some Shaka Khan. It's not
Michael Jackson, of course. Like I try not to say Michael Jackson. Prince. Yeah, 80s. Yeah, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad decade.
Yeah, that was dancing music for sure. That was dancing music. They made music so you could feel it and groove to it and really express it to your body.
And what people don't understand, like, people reference those songs always.
Facts.
They don't even like.
Facts.
They don't.
Yeah. The funk then too, so good. The disco then too, so freaking good.
Too good, man.
I don't know. I think it's something about the way that they were recording the music that makes that authenticity and the grit in it make sense. That's what I really think. There's just this level of organicness.
Yes, yeah.
That just makes it so enriching.
And they love when it comes to like, okay, like we're using a board right now, right?
Yeah.
They didn't shy away from like loading up the tracks. Like I'm gonna have my main vocal on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have my first backup. No, I'm gonna have my first ad lib on this track. Then my second ad lib on this track. Then I'm gonna have the horns, drums, guitar, bass, and they just load up every element and they just like.
And people were actually like playing music.
Key part, yeah.
That's the part.
That's
like,
the key part.
How there?
Off of public school.
Yes. And this is the
off
thing.
Of public school.
This is the thing.
But when they cut the budget, though, actually, when the budget was cut and the funding was pulled from public schooling, especially regarding like music, that's when you notice the music kind of
started going down. Yeah.
You can thank Ronald Reagan for that. But
I feel like that's the other part. Like when there's good energy in a room, one person making energy is great. When one person's buzzing, it's like ooh.
Yeah.
But when you have 5 people in the space buzzing,
Yeah, it creates like a
That's different. It's just different.
It's a different. It's a different time too, because like every artist you can name in that era, like it's like everyone just came at once.
Facts.
And then everyone just left at once.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I've been saying for like a while now, like there's no replacements. There's no next up.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime the industry like always predicted who's gonna be the next up, they kind of flop.
Mm.
They don't hit the expectations.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like that's how some people feel about Tyler right now. But
really,
yes.
Will she be one album only?
I hope not. I hope she has some range to her. I hope.
Because she more came, I'd say she came towards more the end of the first Afrobeats wave. Like she came more towards the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was in there like in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When I said Fireboy DML and she looked at me like, who? Like what? Who? But
my bad, man. My bad.
Thank you for listening and joining us on this evening. Anything to plug?
You can definitely find me on Instagram at the NerdZ. THENERDZZZ. These days, my content is more about events because, you know, summer. Where are we going to go? How are we going to get there? What are we going to do? Things to do,
yes.
like recaps, all that stuff. So that's where my content is actually focused on. And then you can always find me for photography and booking at ZZZ Studio TO. So zzz.studioto.
Delnijoiro, DELNIJIRO. Instagram, Twitter, Unsplash. Where Unsplash, I just use it as my throwaways. So I'll take like certain photography pictures and be like, let me just throw this away, and just see. No, but get stats and see like what's happening.
Fair enough.
Right. So just stuff like that. Our partner in crime is not here at the moment, but Pastor, I call him by my
Pastor James.
Pastor James. You can find him on Jhunterville, JHUNTERVILLE on Instagram, and Lou Pistols on Twitch TV. And us, of course.
Yes.
Theventpod.
Yes.
On all social media platforms.
Yes.
AskTheVent@gmail.com. Not Jamal.
Yes.
You don't ask Jamal. You ask Gmail. And yeah. That's it for now.
That's it for now. All right. Later days, guys.
Later days. This is the Vent Podcast, and we're out.
Peace. Wash your hands. Especially since now there's a lot of food festivals. Please wash your hands.
Yes, please.